Are college soccer recruiting agencies worth the money? I'm the college soccer guy, and I'm here to help you play college soccer. What about me? Am I worth the money? Am I a recruiting agency? So technically speaking, I am not a recruiting agency. I am an education platform. I'm here to teach you how to get recruited to play college soccer. I will never at any point directly connect you to any school ever. And part of that is my philosophy. The other part of it has to do with NCAA rules. And so technically speaking, I'm not a recruiting service, but I'm certainly getting looped in there. So let's judge not only me, the college soccer guy, let's judge NSCA, Scouting Zone, Sports Recruits, College Fit Finder, all of them. Okay, so let's start with the big one, which pretty much ultimately is all of them, NCSA. The giants of the recruiting service. Okay, so first of all, I had NCSA growing up. I used all of their platforms. I bought them. My parents bought them. And that's why I started doing what I'm doing, because NCSA did not work for me. Now, if you ask some people are like, yeah, NCSA worked for me, and that's why I'm playing college soccer. A free platform on NCSA is not going to hurt you. Now, here's the really frustrating part. And if you ask any recruiting agency who's like kind of run by themselves, there's like me, there's like a few others who are like doing it on our own. Our frustration with NCSA is that they're salesmen. They're very good salesmen on the phone with you. They're going to give you 2 phone calls, and they're going to basically test your want of playing college soccer. Then they're going to pitch you their amazing platform that's going to get you recruited. And then you're going to call me and go, I have NCSA, but I haven't gotten recruited. Why not? And that's really frustrating and sad for you. So I'm hopefully here to stop that before it happens. So I personally don't like NCSA. I wouldn't use any of their platforms. You don't need it, but you do need something. So if you're like, look, NCSA is free, it doesn't hurt, right? The information they provide you isn't bad. In fact, I think some of it's even good. But their platform has a bad reputation, not only amongst college soccer recruiting other agencies, but amongst college soccer coaches. Ask them yourself. You know, if any of you want to talk to a Division I college coach and say, hey, would you prefer to get an email from NCSA or me personally? 100% of them will say from you, okay? Nobody wants a generic email. You guys don't want generic emails. Do you like when you get generic emails from college coaches? No, you do not. Do you think they like getting generic emails from you when you press send on NCSA? Here's my bio and my platform. Click here to see more. No, they do not like that. Now, some teams depend on NCSA. These are small level Christian schools, typically in out far regions that you've never heard of, that if it wasn't for them, maybe you wouldn't play college soccer. So I think having a free profile is not going to hurt you. So go get a free profile at NCSA. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to get the profile, and then they're going to pitch you all the other projects, which that's not a crime, they're a business. I would just don't trust them, and I wouldn't send any emails from them. And frankly, I don't like you getting any of their stuff, because then you will work on it and depend on it, and you will find that it is not helpful to you, in my opinion. Scouting Zone and College Fit Finder are recruiting platforms, those are all the same. And what they all claim is they go, you'll put your video and your GPA and profile on our site, you send that out, and we have a direct connection with the college coaches. Okay, NCSA pays college soccer teams. They are so mega wealthy, it's insane. They pay club soccer teams. How do you think they get your emails with phone numbers without you knowing? That's how. They're paying everybody. Okay, so because of that, that's how they get to know you, and that's how they're recruiting. When you reach out to me, and of course, here I guess I'm saying me, but you don't even pick me. There's a bunch of other recruiting platforms that are not NCSA. We aren't, at least in my case, I can't speak for everybody. I'm not calling you saying, hey, you know, I cold call you and say, your kid needs help to be recruited. You call me. I'm only here if you want my help. If you don't want it, then don't come and ask me for it. But if you want help, I'm going to properly help you through the process. So my other criticism with NCSA, particularly NCSA, is they do every sport. Okay, there's no way. For example, if you ask NCSA, give me a template for a before ID camp. Give me one for after ID camp. Give me one for a before showcase, after showcase. They don't have those. They literally don't exist because they're not nuanced like that. I'm nuanced like that because it's what I did to play college soccer. That's what I had to do, and what I've since done with all my students. I had to grind it and do it myself, which is how I got to the place I am, and frankly, it's eventually what helped me play pro soccer, which I don't talk about as much because I actually want you to play college soccer more than anything else. So, because I think education is just so important. NCSA and all those recruiting platforms, all I'm going to warn you is be careful, because they're going to sell you. They're good at selling, and you're going to end up in their platform or whatever, they're going to lock you into a contract. That's they're very good at. So some people call me and go, Zeb, I want to work with you, but I can't get out of my contract with NCSA, and they don't want to pay for me and pay for NCSA, so then they don't get the help they need and they're stuck with NCSA. So I don't do that model. I have a very, very different model. My model varies per person. We have a different pricing model based for you. We customize it for every single student, which is why we work with a lot less students. So because of that, NCSA can work with millions, literally they have millions of kids. So you're telling me you're going to be one of the millions of kids on NCSA and the college coach is going to pick you? No, you're going to get a million generic emails from NCSA, and you can tell because in the email it's going to say no reply at NCSA and the school that emails you in their name. Also, colleges do like NCSA because they can send a mass email out to all of you to invite you to their ID camps, and you could otherwise not know about them. So it's an extra million email list for these college coaches. So of course they use NCSA too, but in a genuine way, I can honestly tell you, I've been doing this for 10 years. There's one person, a girl, who said, NCSA helped me play Division III college soccer. I cannot think of another person where they've said NCSA's helped me. Now, in the bias that I have, every single person that's reaching out to me, it's because NCSA didn't work for them. But I get like 100 applications a day. So I'm assuming that NCSA is not working very well for those people. And I know that because I used NCSA and College Fit Finder and Scouting Zone. I use them all. I even have like an email where I'm like, at the end of my email, it says like, check my profile. And it didn't work. So eventually I started doing it on my own. So the answer is, are recruiting services worth it? I personally don't believe they're worth it, but you have to be proactive and do the work. And of course, I think mine's the best. I'm biased. Now go listen to my testimonials so you can talk to them, so you can get like an honest feedback of what it's like to work with me. But I think I only do soccer. I actually want to care when you go to college. In fact, if I help you get recruited to play college soccer, but you also get into Harvard, go to Harvard. Like, don't play college soccer. I actually care about you as a human, and that counts as a success for me. I've had some students work with me and they go, wow, this is what it takes to play college soccer. I no longer want to play college soccer. That's a success for me too. I want my students to love wherever they go to school, but I'm the college soccer expert, so that's why we have 98% of our students who have stayed with us for the minimum of what we call 3 months have all been placed to play college soccer at a school they like, at a minimum of $50,000 scholarship, which is also why we're very mindful of who we allow in, because I want to keep the success rate high, because I want to help as many people as I can efficiently. So sometimes we deny people because I'm like, look, you are not a good candidate for us. You have different goals. We cannot help you with our model, so you should not work with us. You should go find somebody else. We only want to work with those that really can, and if you qualify, then we're pretty good at what we do. If you would like more help, you can give me a call. Links in the bio. Bottom line is, recruiting companies, I would say, are not worth it, but I'm worth it. Or if you don't like that bias, you do need to start somewhere. So go get NCSA, go get something, because it will get you started. And then you need to do the recruiting process on your own. Send your own emails, your own showcase, your own highlight videos. You need your own YouTube page, your own Instagrams, your own Twitters. That's what you need. You do not need a website. Even your own website is not that helpful to you. You need a YouTube video. You need YouTube videos on your YouTube page. You need an Instagram page. You need to do it on your own. Okay, I love you all. If you need more help, give me a call. Links in the bio. Peace.